Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike is here, and it is day 41 of Award Season Review Season 3. 97 reviews coming at you in 97 days, covering many of the awards up for awards recognition this season. Now, as some of the films I'm talking about may still be in theaters or awaiting a re release, all statistical information I am providing, critical information, box office information, nominations, wins, my predictions, everything is current within 7 days of posting. So, the most important thing to remember, though, is that these reviews are always going to be spoiler free. And make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for great additional award season coverage and the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet 2024 edition to see all the nominations and wins for all the films I'm talking about here and so many more, and see how to watch the over 200 films that are already vying for multiple awards. And before I dive into today's film, let me say Happy Golden Globes Day. Depending on when you see this, you are either about to watch the awards or we know who have taken home all of the awards for tonight. And we are in our penultimate day of the sixth theme week on the Rewind Award seasons this week, which is Golden Globes. Mostly, I haven't covered or seen every film nominated for the Globes tonight. I'm a little behind with this video of the 43 films that are nominated tonight. I've seen 35 of them and have reviewed 19 of them with tonight. So I'm moving along. As we know, I will always get to everything prior to Oscar night. And let's get into tonight's film. Tonight, I am discussing A24's erotic drama, Babygirl. Written and directed by Halina Reijn, Babygirl is still in theaters. It just opened on Christmas Day. And in its first almost couple of weeks, so far, the film has made $13,094,184 domestically and $78,415 internationally. Obviously, this number is going to continue to grow as the film enters the extended run of its theatrical release. Based on the reviews, this film, like the others I've discussed this week, is certified fresh on the critical side. It sits on Rotten Tomatoes right now with a 77% critical score from 166 reviews, but on the audience side, it's a little lower. On the popcorn meter side, it only has a 50% from over 1,000 audience reviews. So, little disparity there. Award season wise, Babygirl hasn't made a huge impact yet, but the film's star, Nicole Kidman, has been the one in the conversation. That's why the film is on this theme week. Nominated for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Drama at the Globes, Kidman has been nominated or won this category at many film festivals and critic circles around the globe, including the Gotham Awards, and the film gained its main recognition by the National Board of Review, where Kidman was named the Best Actress of the Year, and Babygirl was named one of the top 10 films of 2024. Now, with the recent announcement of the BAFTA longlist, Kidman is longlisted for Best Actress, and her co star, Harris Dickinson, is longlisted for Best Supporting Actor. So we will see if those two land the nomination for the BAFTAs in a few weeks when we get those nominations. So let's get into the film. Set during the Christmas season, Romy Mathis, played by Kidman, is a powerful CEO for a tech company in New York City. Having a strong sexual desire to experience all that she can, she's in a marriage and relationship with Jacob, a theater director played by Antonio Banderas, and they have a family. They're two girls, but she's not quite getting what she needs and sometimes needs to turn to other means to get what she wants. Never really crossing the line, to have an affair, but, she wants to get that satisfaction where she can get it. And it's frustrating, but she goes through her day to day. And one day when she's going to work, a dog comes running at her. She's not sure where. And all of a sudden, a young man calls for it, calms it down, and she thinks, okay. She doesn't think much of it, but was interested how this man calmly calmed this dog down. She goes into her office and she goes about her day. Then her assistant comes and says, hey, it's time to meet all the new interns. And one of these interns, it turns out, is that young man who calmed the dog down named Samuel, played by Dickinson. Now, upon a random encounter between the two in the office later that day, Romy tries to find out how Samuel was able to do what he does, and his responses, his comments are a little inappropriate that kind of put Romy on edge, but they also arouse her. Shortly after, a few days later, Samuel informs her that he requested Romy to be his mentor, which, while she isn't happy with, she agrees to because this is part of the job she does. And then through a series of events, well, you guessed it, these two will begin an affair that provides Romy with, well, some of those things she needs. However, this will not be without its ramifications. And as Samuel gets more involved with Romy, she begins to see how this can impact things. And yet, when she tries to get out of it, she will see that that may not be as possible as she wanted, because are affairs ever truly secret? Baby Girl is fascinating, and Reijn has crafted the perfect sister film to Kubrick's final opus, Eyes Wide Shut. The fact that Reijn has actually said in interviews that that film was one of the inspirations for this. So it's great that we have Kidman in both films 25 years after we saw Eyes Wide Shut's Kidman's Alice talk about, the desire she had based on a naval officer she saw across a restaurant. Well, now if she had enacted on that, we kind of see what might have happened. Both films taking place at Christmas is interesting because, Christmas is this wholesome time, and yet we see these desires, these secrets, these things that play. And really, what makes it work is the chemistry that Kidman and Dickinson have. They really move this film along. And stylistically, it's interesting. So there is a lot of explicit conversation about a lot of the acts and the things, but Rain worked with her cinematographer, Larry Smith, and while this film is explicit in talking about what these characters want and shows some of the actions of what these characters do, it's actually often very much not depicted. So it's actually nice that we don't get a lot of gratuitous nudity, and we don't get a lot of gratuitous explicit sexual content, but really focusing on these two characters, their wants, their needs, the aftermath. And what's interesting is both of these characters are both very mature and immature at the same time. Kidman is able to play both sides of this coin very well. Dickinson plays this side of the coin very well, and he continues to have, this magnetic presence as he's done in recent films like Triangle of Sadness and Scrapper. Kidman has long time been able to play these characters that are deeply flawed but deeply sympathetic. She continues to push the envelope here, and she really gets a chance to swing for the doors here in a way that's quite fascinating that we haven't quite seen her do in a while. So, look, I am going to say this is an interesting film that is definitely needs to be seen. Is it one you have to rush to see out in theaters? Maybe not, but you definitely want to make sure that you see this one. It's going to be an awards contender. What awards specifically? Well, I think Kidman has a very good chance to get one of the 5 nominations for Best Actress. She does do a stellar job here. And while I do think that the screenplay is interesting, I don't think there's enough for it to get into the original screenplay conversation. So I think if any Oscar nominations get announced for Babygirl, it would solely be for Kidman. Or depending how they campaign it, possibly there could be some push for Dickinson or supporting actor. We'd have to see. But supporting actor is a very tough category this season, and a lot of people truly feel that this is kind of Culkin's race. So I don't know if that name will be called. So it might just be that Best Actress nod. We'll find out in a couple weeks. In all, Baby Girl is an excellent film. It is a solid 4-star film for me. If you would like to catch Baby Girl, it is currently in theaters, and that is your only option for viewing right now. There is no streaming or digital release information made known to the public yet. All right, so there we have it. 41 down, 56 to go. I hope everyone is either enjoying the Globes, enjoyed the Globes, is getting ready to enjoy the Globes, wherever you are when you're watching this video. I will be sharing my thoughts and a little review on it. I'm excited to see how Nikki Glazer does. As always, if you like what you heard here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, spread the word, bring more people into the conversation. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. Happy night, everyone. Happy Golden Globes watching. And until next time, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.